So we got a big day ahead of us tomorrow. I got the watch list pulled up here. Our market outlook is going to be overall bearish to neutral. So we have strong strength in Apple right now. They have earnings coming up soon as well. And then we also have Microsoft earnings. We have Meta earnings. We have Amazon earnings, FOMC, GDP, and jobs data. This makes for a lot of volatility all week. So, honestly, I'm gonna look for Apple to continue its upward trajectory, possibly 340. I'm sorry, this is my shit right here. Up the heavens gates to the what? I just hope to be a god MC. All right, let me. This is a bad song for me to listen to right now. So for the SPY, we have a large concentration of calls around 740. Once we get to 745, we have our biggest potential for our most momentum in either a big drawdown or to see it rocket back up to 755. And we got a lot of gamma around the 738, 742 areas. And it seems like there's a lot of open interest on the 740 calls, 742 calls, and the 745 calls. So right now, SPY is currently at 739.09, and our first wall is at 740. As long as we can hold 738, though, I'm gonna keep looking for that 740. I honestly can kind of see us starting the day breaking through that 740 easily, and then getting to the next wall at 742.30. And then from there, we're gonna see if we can hold and break through to 743.60. If we start to reverse, our first level of support is 738, and then we're going to be looking for 736 to 735. If we have a real bloody day, we're going to see 720-ish, 728. If we have a strong day, we could see 750, maybe even 760. And then with Apple having earnings, we're going to be looking at a lot of heavy call buying and expect IV pricing. So things are going to be a little elevated. We have a bullish outlook for the most part, but watch out for any IV crushes or for any reversals. Know that everybody's going to be trying to buy in early and sell out by the end of the week. So their announcement is on Thursday. Expect for them to go up tomorrow. And so with Apple, we're currently sitting at 336.91. This shit is smacking. All right, I hope the levels is cool for y'all. If not, I'll do a repost of the video, but this my shit right here. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, so with Apple, we're at 336.91. Our next level of support is 337. And then if we could break that, we're looking at 338. And then we're gonna be looking for 339.50. If we break 336.91, our support level is 336 until 334.50. After 344.50, we can see 333 again, and then possibly 330. But I wouldn't expect to see these numbers on the right until Wednesday, possibly Thursday, because people are going to try and ride the momentum up. And the fact that people are expecting earnings means a lot of people are going to be buying in. The VWAP level we're going to watch on Apple is 336.47, and our chop zones are between 336.70 and 337.40. Our chop zones on the SPY are going to be 738.50 to 740. So I want to see it break below 738.50 or above 740 before I make any type of entries. And then here, the indicators that I'm going to be watching, I'm going to be watching the VWAP very, very hard and making sure that we're either maintaining above it or that we're reclaiming it if we're going to enter calls. We want to see it break VWAP to get into puts. We're going to watch the short-term EMAs. I watch the 20-day instead of the 21. I watch the 50 and I watch the 250-day. And then we're going to look for volume to confirm breakouts and breakdowns. If the volume on, say we're going in a green trend and we get a red candle, if the volume on that red candle doesn't surpass the biggest green candle in the last hour, I'm going to consider this still bullish. and vice versa. If we get a green candle and a red trend, if the volume on that green candle doesn't surpass the nearest red candle in that hour, we're still going to continue with that bearish outlook. RSI is going to let me know that sometimes the reversals are just cooling down or heating up, not necessarily a break in the actual trend. All right, let's go by SPX is currently at 74.13. If we continue in our green trend, our next level up is 740 or 7428. And then from there, we have 7440. And then that 7460 level that it likes to reclaim. And then even up to 7500. But we haven't been able to hold above 7500 for more than 2 days, really. And then if we continue to break down, we did hit 7406 today. And so we could see 7390 to 7382 if we get any type of breakdown on the day with this slightly bearish outlook being confirmed. And then with QQQ, we got 681.64. And so we're going to be looking for 680 as our first level of downside. Our chop zones are 680 to 682. So until it breaks below or above that 680 or 682, we're kind of going to sit on our hands. And then if we do go to the upside, we're going to be looking for 682.50. And then from there, 684 and then 686. Honestly, I just like this song a lot. And so some of our tickers we're going to be watching, SPY has a large flux of calls already announced, but it has a large flux of puts at 738, 736, and 735. QQQ has a large amount of calls at 682, 684, and 686, which are pretty much all three levels I have sitting here, right? And then for puts, we have 680, 678, and 676, which is again all three levels on the downside here. And with the way QQQ been moving, it honestly might hit all three to the upside and the downside in the same day. I wouldn't be surprised. We have a flux of Appl calls at 338 and 340 and 342.50. I'm not gonna lie, I could see the 338 and the 340s being very, very heavily targeted. And then puts are at 336.91. Makes sense because that's about where we are now. 334 and 332. And then for SPY, we have a flux of calls at each level that I have listed to the upside: 7420, 7440, and 7460. And then for the downside, 7390, 7380, and 7360. So what we really want is SPY to hold above 740, QQQ to hold above 682, and Appl to hold above 338. And then after that, we just ride the momentum to the next level of resistance. If we can't get that and we break down, we want them to break down SPY below 738, QQQ below 680, and SPX below 7406. And then we're going to look for it to just continue dripping out. So we'll see what happens. Wednesday, we have FOMC kickoff to the earnings for this week. So tomorrow is just going to be setting up and rotating around that. And let's go to the rest of our watch list. So I already gave you QQQ. I gave you QQQ, I gave you SPY. Let's look at Tesla. So for Tesla, we're sitting at 307.90 right now. And our next target for the upside is going to be 310, 312, and then 315. If we can get a good green day, we could possibly see 328. But honestly, I can see a little bit more continuation to at least 300 to the downside. So to the downside, we're going to be looking for 306, 304.28, which is one of the most recent lows, and then 300. If we break through 300, I could see 296. And I saw a lot of news the last week saying to expect more downside on Tesla after failing its revenue for this past earnings. So we'd really want a clean reclaim of 310 before we were looking for more upside. And we would want a clean break below 304.28 before we continue to look to the downside. And Nvidia had a pretty big day today too. So it's currently sitting at 196. Our outlook for that is going to be bearish. From 196, we can see it hit as low as 178. But first, we're going to be looking for it to break out of this 196.27 and break below 195.40. If we could break below 195.40, our next level is going to be 194.15, 192, and then 190. If we break 190, 180 to 178 is in play. And so I'll just give you the chop zones. So chop zone for Nvidia is 195.40 to 198. Chop zones for Apple 336.50 to 338. Chop zones for Tesla is 306 to 310. Chop zones for QQQ is 680 to 682.50. And for SPY is 738.50 to 740.25. So all of these time frames are built, I mean, not all of these time frames, all of these target prices are built off of looking at the 4 hour for the long-term trends, the 1 hour for directions, and then 10-minute and the 1 minute for entries and the timings. And so this watch list, I did it a little bit different. I had the EMAs to watch for and the VWAP levels to watch for. So we're going to be looking for QQQ to hold above 681.42 or to break below it. If it breaks below it, we're going bearish. For SPY, we're looking at VWAP to maintain above 739.32. If we break that, we going bearish. The S&P 500, our level on VWAP is 74.12. If we break that, we going bearish. Honestly, I feel like I shouldn't be dropping all these gems like this. Keep some of it for myself. But nah, I mean, y'all could zoom in on this, screenshot it all, save it, whatever you want to do. But yeah, so this is our setup for tomorrow. This is what we're expecting. We got Apple earnings on Thursday. We got Microsoft earnings tomorrow. We got Meta earnings on Wednesday. We got Amazon on Thursday. So that's a lot going on with the job report. We're going to get a lot of volatility, a lot of versatility, and anything can happen. Yeah, so be on the lookout for any announcements, any news, anything with Israel, anything else with oil. We've seen a big drop in oil, so big moves happening. Let's catch some of them.